Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a bonus reading for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Cancer, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Cancers, I hope that you are doing well. This is a very special series of readings because I got two brand new decks that seem very, very special. And the inspiration of this came from a meditation that I did very early on in my spiritual awakening that has to do with your future self. I did a meditation once where my future self was thanking me for all of the hard work that I was putting in today, thanking me for healing myself today. And I was thinking about that. That meditation was 3 years ago, but it made quite an impact on me. And I thought how beautiful to use the decks I'm about to show you for this reading. So it's all about messages from your future self. For the overall energy, I'm going to use the Healing Heart Oracle. This is the first time I will be using this deck. And the brand new Mira Visions deck. It's Oracle, it's Tarot, it's everything you want it to be, by the incomparable James Eads, creator of so many beautiful tarot decks. I just got this. I love it. This is not part of your reading, at least I don't think it is, but I just want to show you an example. It's lenticular, so it has two images in one. These are from his other decks that he's just combined, and it's quite spectacular. I don't know, maybe it'll end up being really annoying, but we're just gonna go with it. I think they're absolutely stunning. For the crystal, I'm going to be using, this is Prehnite crystal. It helps with Mercury retrograde and communication, clearing up communication. So I like to wear it. I like to use it during retrograde times. So 4 cards for the base spread, 4 cards for clarifier, and 1 overall energy from the Healing Heart Oracle. Cards have been pre-shuffled. For Cancer, please. Thank you. Number 17, which in the Major Arcana is the Star Energy. The words are trapped heart. Step outside your comfort zone. Trapped heart. Step outside your comfort zone. I don't know about you, Cancers, but this Cancer right here, really trying to step outside her comfort zone. I actually enrolled with a work colleague and friend in a Pilates class, and maybe that's not a big deal for you guys, but I don't go to the gym. So now that I've said it on the channel, I have to make good on it. I'm very scared just because, oh my gosh, you know, Pilates. But I'm just trying to change things up, and I feel as though your future self will thank you, because right now, you know, this reminds me of Jane Eyre and passages in the book Jane Eyre, and the story of Jane, who is a character that is so strong, somewhat sheltered to the world, who falls in love with you could say a worldly man, Mr. Rochester, and she has to grow up very quickly. But she experienced a tough childhood, and so opening her heart was difficult, though she tried. And here we can see this burning heart in this cage, where this empty space is in the chest, at least in the clothing. This is the suggestion that you've tried to extend your heart space, but then somehow at this time. Maybe it's become, I don't, it says trapped, but I don't necessarily think it's trapped so much as it is protected by you. Protected. So let's get 8 cards out on the table. Past, present, future, and advice from Spirit. I am doing this reading on a weekday. I have a day off from my job, so they are doing some construction outside. I apologize if you can hear it. These cards are very dense, they're very weighty, but they're absolutely stunning. Got, oh, beautiful. So, you got an extra, oh no, 8 cards on the table. Let's go. The past energy, the first card, the first energy I see was the Fool. The Fool in the Major Arcana, number 0. It starts the journey of the tarot. It's the Fool's journey. We can see here this, I don't know, seagull is perched on a pylon. I'm actually really drawn to the life raft here. It's as though the Fool energy for you, you know that you're leaving the comfort zone behind. What is the comfort zone in that image? It's the life raft. It's the life ring. The life ring, excuse me. Ready to jump at a moment's notice, but what is required of you in order to do that? This isn't the death card per se, but it is the death energy. Really having to close off a very particular cycle in your life. You already know what it is. This is your past energy, so it just shows me that you've already done it, and what came forth was this energy that you could then use to channel. You know, it's like I recently I wouldn't say taught, I held a vision boarding class, and part of the mini meditation, you could say, that I did at the beginning of that class was to have everybody look at their hands and feet and think about all the things that they've accomplished in the last 10 years of their lives, whether it was have children, switch jobs, get in or out of relationships, travel the world, learn, educate themselves, whatever. And before they even made their vision boards, I said, look at your hands and feet and think about the things that I just asked you to remember and realize that you already did those things. That's in the past. You already accomplished those things. You already made great strides and great leaps and took chances, and you proved to yourself that you could do it. Accomplishments already done. So whatever goes on the vision board, assume that you're going to get them, do them, have them, be them. Assume, because all of these things you did already should build your confidence, right? This is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like that conversation that I had with that group of women when we were making those vision boards. So it's clarified. Look at what it's clarified by. 10 of Swords. 10 of Birds. So 10 of Swords is all about moving past the hurdles of confidence, the anxiety that one would have about accomplishing something, to a certain extent. So I'm just seeing one scenario of like a relationship scenario. And if you said to me, I'm scared to get into a relationship again because I've been hurt, where I've been devastated, right? Ten of Swords is all about devastation. And we can see here in the Ten of Birds, these are like carrion birds. They're birds that pick on flesh, right? Not a coincidence that this energy would come with these bones here and these bones here, right? You could say to me, I took a chance. I took a chance and I learned a lesson and I had anxiety about it and I paid the price, right? You could say that to me. But if anything, Spirit is saying, and yet still you stand wiser, stronger. Can you release the heart? Are you stuck in that space, or can you release the heart now to try again? Let me pull a clarifier on that one. For the past energy, please, Spirit. Okay. Wow. None came in the upright, so I'm hesitating because Spirit wants me to use another deck. I'm going to use the Mystic Mondays to clarify. It didn't feel right to clarify with that deck. I don't know why. Thank you, Spirit. Nine of Pentacles. Here you stand. Nine of Pentacles is pre-Empress energy. It's Earth energy. Look at how fabulous you are. You came out of that experience with all of this under your belt, having up-leveled inside and out, right? Peacock is kind of known as a symbol of beauty, right? You rose above everything, and this is what you have to show for it. These beautiful pentacles, these beautiful experiences that got you through that time, and you came out, you up-leveled. I see these striations, these stripes, as a kind of up-leveling. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And I feel, I relate to that. And I hope you do too, Cancer. I relate to that. It's a good feeling. His Spirit's saying you should be really proud of yourself. It's not easy to go through heartbreak or heartache or disappointment and still come out on the other side being optimistic or uncynical, non-cynical. Cynicism is so pervasive. It's so, cynicism is insidious, is what Spirit just said to me. It's like a toxin, cynicism, because it's like apathy. It's just like, well, this is just the way the world is, and that's that, and we can't do anything to change it. Well, with that attitude, you're not going to. But I feel as though you've broken out of that attitude. It might creep up every once in a while, but for the most part, it's just like, no, my heart is beautiful. My heart is beautiful. Maybe it doesn't just belong to anybody, though, so I keep it under lock and key. In the present energy, 6 of Chalices, 6 of Lotuses. This is the 6 of Cups. Looking back on the past with fondness, kind of bathing, like looking back at the past, this past that we just looked at, where you took risks and you took chances and you put yourself out there and it worked, right? All those times that it worked. And some of the times when it didn't, hey, those are lessons too. You're literally bathing in them. You're bathing in that energy. And then what happens, right? The lotuses bloom from the muck and the mire, right? They bloom, they're in the mud, and they push through all of that mud and seepy water to become something really spectacular. So this is what I can see in your present energy. It's almost like you're just basking. This is so crazy. It's like basking in the glow of you. Basking in the beauty of you. Why not? Isn't it time? Isn't it Cancer's time? Aren't they saying all the cardinal signs this year are just, they're going through stuff, but they're up leveling? So let's like own it, Cancer. Just own it. Own it. And see her, like she's in the water, but there's vulnerability, right? When we're bare. But we're in our element, in the water element, in the emotional depths. Having love and compassion for the self. That's beautiful. Right, another 10. So you got the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. It's good to have the 10s, especially in this way, because we're moving past them now, right? 10 of Embers, 10 of Wands. It's all about burden. It's all about, see here, I see this energy. It feels like constriction over all these trees. It's like wrapped up like vines, but vines that constrict. And to a certain extent, things are being kind of torn down now to build again. This actually reminds me of Embers, 10 of Embers, 10 of Wands. The embers remind me of volcanoes, and the embers coming down from volcanoes and starting little fires everywhere to rebuild, right? Things burn down to then grow again. And this is like you. This is like your energy. It's like everything was leveled so that you could start anew. Can I have a clarifier on that, please? This is the present energy. There's a lot coming to a close right now. Ace of Wands in reverse. Still working on it. Once we get out of the 10 of Wands energy, it goes back to the Ace. But I asked for a clarifier and this card came in reverse. The aces bring new from Spirit. It's almost as if this is Spirit's hand saying, here's the magic wand. Go forth, do anything you want with it. We entrust you with this responsibility. We entrust you to understand the depth of it, the importance of it, what it means to start over, to have that option. Sometimes people don't have that option. And Spirit is saying, you're still working through, that perhaps it's like this flower still working itself through the mud, through the mire. That you're still kind of getting your footing with closing out these two 10s. Closing out this cycle of 10s. You could also be seeing 10-10. I actually just saw 10-10 the other day. I made a note of it too. Completion. You're still working through it. This is your present energy. It's almost like I see this character, like she put her heart in this cage and she put the cage in a closet, shut the door and locked it. And now she feels as though she's ready. And she's taken it out of the darkness and brought it into the light and is kind of surveying the situation. Does it still work like it used to? In future energy, Page of Wands. Lots of Wands energy for Cancer. Fire. So you may have a fire sign in a prominent placement in your chart, or a fire sign person. It's very important to you. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Page of Wands and the Wanderer. Here's the Page of Wands. There's that tree energy. I just went to a park with my mom today because I had the day off. And I have 3 favorite trees. It's a very big state park. I mean, it's very manicured, but it's a big state park. And I went up to my 3 favorite trees today after so long. And I said hello and I touched them. And I made sure that they knew that I was there. And I looked up at them in awe. And it's almost like I felt their energy, right? There's hard to tell, but there's a figure here. Here his legs and his feet being lifted up by the energy of this tree. It's like becoming one with nature, becoming one with spirit, becoming one with energy. The flip side of this card is called the Wanderer. The Wanderer. Let's see if I can pull that out. The Wanderer, here he is. Like the fire coming from within you. It's almost like this heart starts to glow, doesn't it? It looks itself like a hot ember. If you see, wood in a fireplace, the hottest part of that wood looks like this red color. So now I'm starting to understand why Spirit is showing me so much fire energy for you. Because it's like you can feel it. You can feel your heart chakra just burning, yearning to be freed. With the Lovers clarifying that card. Soulmates. Look at how beautiful that is. It makes me want to cry. It's so beautiful. I love his imagery. It is just so stunning. So this could be talking about a new relationship for you, if that's what you want. I wish that for you. Or it could be just talking about just closeness with another human being, a friend, a parent, a family member of some kind. Just this connection between you and a twin flame, a higher self, your soul space. Lovers is the number 6 in the major arcana, represents Gemini energy. Dancing. There's reverie here. There's just dancing, merriment, comfort. These 2 cards together in the future energy, it's like your future potential. It's like setting that energy free. Have to set it free first. Let me ask for a clarifier. Three of Wands in reverse. 3 of Wands in the upright is waiting. Spirit is saying, nope. The decision has been made. The action has been set. The steps have been taken. You're not going to have to wait much longer. It's beautiful. What is your advice from Spirit? 2 cups energies, 2 water energies again. Yeah. I resonate with this. Here come the 5s. 5 of chalices, 5 of lotuses. 5 of chalices, 5 of cups. 5s talk about transition. And the 5 of cups, that reminds me, it's like kind of revving up of the engines, reminds me of the Chariot card, your energy, Cancer. Have to fully embody everything about you that makes you absolutely special and unique. I think people underestimate Cancers a lot of the time, that they think that we're kind of just wallflowers or sensitives. that are crybabies, and I mean, sure, we cry. Humans do that, but there are some tough cancers out there, and I work with some of them, and I'm always so, I mean, maybe I'm biased, but I'm always so inspired by Cancer energy. When I meet other Cancers, number one, I always know. I can always tell. I can always feel. Definitely I can feel water signs, but when I meet a Cancer, you know why? It's because they're always attentive. They're listening when you speak. You can feel that they care. No offense to the other signs, of course, but it feels particular with a Cancer. And so when Cancers are in this energy, sometimes it feels as though no one's listened to them, right? Man overboard. Man overboard. Who helps the helpers? Who heals the healers? Clarified by the Two of Cups. Two of Cups, the Lovers. Spirit just dropped that right out of my hand. Why did you do that, Spirit? Is it difficult for you to believe that you deserve something like this? Sometimes. Spirit, like, I mean, sometimes I drop the cards, but I felt as though it was on purpose. So I'm trying to ask Spirit why that is. Another Cups card, Eight of Cups in the reverse. Eight of Cups in the upright talks about walking away from something. There could be some hesitancy because the soulmate, person from the past, could be a person from the past, somebody walking back towards you. There may be a hesitancy to welcome them back into the fold. That's understandable. Or maybe a person from the past, you're afraid that a person from the past is going to come back and lead you astray. Doesn't have to be a romantic person I'm talking about. I'm actually thinking of an old coworker of mine who has suddenly reappeared in a way that I'm not looking forward to. But then I have to think about, it's been years and years and years. If I open up my heart, can I also believe in a non-cynical way that people can change? I've changed. You've changed. It's not to say that we let that person in completely, but can we forgive? Can we just not trap that person into this person that they were years ago, but recognize the person that they are now, and looking at who we are now, that we don't have to be trapped in that old energy anymore. That's tough. That's tough for a Cancer too, because Cancers look back a lot. These messages from your future self are just, showing me you truly up-leveled and you're looking really beautiful, like your energy is beautiful, and you worked really hard on that. You had to build yourself up right through the mud to become that beautiful thing, right? Taking steps forward towards opening up again and trying to change your perspective. Maybe it's also about accepting help. Spirit really wants me to say, and accepting that people can change. It's not about like, let old people back into your life without some discernment. That's not what I'm saying at all. Of course I would not say that. But take somebody at face value. That's what they just said. That's your reading, Cancer. It's kind of, thank you for always being the first one in my series, because sometimes it takes me a moment to rev up that engine, and this was a brand new deck and I'm still getting to know it. But I'm so thankful for this reading because I am part of the Cancer Collective, and I feel so seen by Spirit, and I hope that you do too, even with this trapped heart energy. I hope that you feel seen. And that number 17, again, I just want to remind you, the Star card in the Major Arcana, healing and wish fulfillment. Dream big, Cancer. You deserve it. That's your reading. If it resonated, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Cancer.